guys, welcome back to my channel. Be patient with me trying to decide what I want to do with my intro videos. I think I want, even though I do have kind of like a catch-all with What the Vox vlogs, I do want certain things to be a little bit different. So like I have a work one, which is what I used on the first creatine video, so it doesn't get confusing. But I still haven't decided, or I'm like, should it just be under What the Vox? I don't know, but I think the fitness stuff needs to be its own separate entity because it's its own separate monster now. But be patient with me while I figure that out. In the meantime, we're going to talk about creatine today, some more creatine information. So as you guys know, I posted my other creatine video about a week ago. I think it was like 8 days. I have officially been on creatine for a week straight, maybe a couple days after a week. And so I'm going to share my experience with you guys. As I've said, I'm on this HCL version right now, which a lot of women like better just because it's more easily absorbed by the body. You need to take a little bit less of it than the monohydrate, and it tends to not bloat you as bad because it's more easily absorbed. It doesn't affect like your gut issues as bad as monohydrate. Even though I've heard that monohydrate, it doesn't affect everyone like that, and it's kind of rare that people actually have side effects, but it is something that can happen. Like I said, I've been on it for like a week. I wasn't at first. I think I was just having a very tired week because in the beginning of this week, I was exhausted. I mean, I was more tired than I have been in a really long time. That could be burnout. It could be that I've just been going super hard. It could be because I've been adding in more workout days. A lot of these things, not getting enough sleep, etc., etc., etc. But at first, I was like, I can't really tell a damn bit of difference. And I do know that it's technically going to take about a month to get my whole muscles filled with creatine, and that's when you really start to see a shift. So should I start seeing differences right now? Maybe not. So I'm trying to not be judgmental or as judgmental as I want to be right off the get. But I do think a week is a good kind of check-in point, and then I will check in again in another month. So what I have been doing, because I was researching, and basically I did find something because I wasn't sure. On the bottle, it says take one capsule, like one capsule per 100 pounds, which I'm about 110, 115, depending on the week, depending on the day. So technically I would just need one of these. And I was starting to think it's only 750 milligrams. Like, is that enough? And the more and more I researched, even with HCL, the answer is no, I don't think so. For general health, maybe like cognitive function, sure, maybe that's fine. But to actually grow muscle how I want to grow muscle, nar, I need to take more. So I have increased my dosage to 2 of these. I probably could take 3, but I'm starting off slow. I am taking 2. So I'm taking 2 a day right now. Also, Vitamin Shop was having their BOGO sale recently, so I did actually break down and get the monohydrate version because I was doing the math in my head. This, with 2 to 3 a day, is going to get pricey. It is going to get pricey, and if you're supposed to be taking it for a very extended period of time, because it's an energy source. So the longer you take it, the more you're going to grow because the more energy you're going to have in the gym, and that's how it works. It's going to get pricey versus this is a lot less expensive, but that's why it's basically the shittier version. And I say the shittier version loosely. Don't come for me. I know it's the same. I know it's going to give you the same results, but some people do have more side effects with this one. Now, there was one day that I was just curious. I did want to stay on this until it's done. So I still have a while. But I am curious about this. I took a scoop one night. The night that I bought it, I took a scoop just to see. And I don't know if you guys have had this experience, but I had posted about it, and my very big gym friends were like, "No, you're not gonna have any side effects. It's fine. Just take it. Just take it. It's not gonna have any bloating." When I tell you I felt crazy as hell, I don't know if it's just me. Like, I don't know if anyone else has experienced that. I felt crazy as hell on this. And it wasn't even like my stomach did feel a little bit odd. It wasn't like stomach cramping, or it definitely, I would say, felt a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know bloating wise, just because I've been feeling bloated in general lately. So I don't want to blame it all on creatine. But my stomach did feel, it just off is the word. It just felt weird, kind of like when your stomach is really empty and you haven't eaten anything in a long time. It had that feeling. And it also kind of made me feel like I was buzzing, like kind of like the onset of really bad anxiety. Like that's what this made me feel like. And so I'm really glad that I took it on a night when I was just going to stay in, because I feel like if I was out, I would have felt so fucking weird and I would have had to leave and go home. That was the only time I took it so far. So I switched back to this, and I don't feel anything with this. So we shall see. I'm just putting that out there to see if anyone else, especially women, if you've had that experience with monohydrate making you feel like a little crazy. Like it just made me feel uncomfortable. I don't even know. It wasn't bad. It just felt like my body was buzzing. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. So my plan now is to finish the HCL. So this is probably going to be, when I check back in with you guys at a month's time, it's going to be all HCL. I will report back. I'm going to put in some videos of my recent workouts here so you guys can see my current physique on today's date. I'll put the date as well so you guys can see where I'm at. And then when I see you guys in a month, or in a month total, I will compare and put videos then to kind of show the difference. Like, is there a difference? Is there gains already in a month? I don't know. So yeah, I will say recently in the last like 2 or 3 workouts, I have felt really strong. I have felt still tired, but I feel like I can push it a little bit further, which is what creatine is for. And then after this, my plan is to switch to the monohydrate just for monetary reasons and just for ease, because I can also just drop this in my smoothie or something like that. We will see. We will see if my body acclimates. I've heard that happens. Same thing with people that have like GI distress with it. Your body will get used to it over time and then it adapts and it's fine. But I will tell you, the way this made me feel that first night is not how I want to live my life. So if it's making me feel really crazy all the time, we're going to switch back to the HCL. So that's just the update. So that's a week. Feeling more energy, maybe minutely, maybe it's placebo. I am still pretty tired in general. I haven't noticed any crazy gains, but I have just been noticing slow gains in general. So I think it's going to take a month at least, maybe months, maybe a year to see full gains from creatine. Bloating hasn't been that bad, but I have been bloated. But I haven't really been on the monohydrate version, so that could be just, other stuff. And I am interested to see when I switch to monohydrate if I will have the bloating, because I already have been feeling kind of bloated lately. And that is a mental thing that me and my gym girlies talk about, is a fucking stressor. And it's a really, really hard mental health thing to get around the blockages of, yes, that you want to get bigger and you want to gain mass. You're trying to put on muscle. You want to get bigger. But in your head, also getting bigger is bad. And so you feel blocky, you feel fat, you feel all the things that are not true when you see yourself in the gym and you can see your muscles pumping and you're like, yes, that is what I want. But when you're clothed and you just feel bigger, it's a hard thing. And I might talk about this in a separate video, more in depth. I know I can't be the only one that's struggling with that right now. So creatine may or may not be the best choice for me right now, but I do want to grow muscle. I have specific goals by the end of the year, so creatine it is. Let me know what you guys have experienced. Let me know what you think is going to happen. Does anyone else feel crazy on monohydrate like I did? Do you think I should just stick with HCL even though it's way more expensive? I need to know your thoughts. Thank you in advance, and I will check in with you guys in a month. Bye.